That day that you were describing was like
The best day of my life.
I was just gonna say it was the best day of my life because
Oh, really?
not actually, but like
Welcome back to Barely Scraping By. All I've had this morning is a cup of coffee and a granola bar, so my heart feels like it's pounding a million miles a second, but my brain is in it to win it. This is exciting. It's 9 a.m., 9:05. Charlotte, I met, to give a little intro, I met her on the ride up from LA to SLO when we were both going to visit two of our best friends at Cal Poly SLO, and we just hit it off. And she was the first person I actually met that was in the industry, that was doing the film thing, was majoring in writing from Syracuse, and I was like, that is so sick. Like, genuinely, before I met you, I didn't know anything about the industry, and then I met Charlotte, and she was a tipping point.
to your dorm at UCLA, and that was the first time we met.
Yes, showed up to my dorm, got a ride, and then from the whole ride up, she was talking about her background and her life, and I didn't think this was a job that I could have, and I didn't think this is an industry I could be in, so it's perfect to start today with Charlotte because she was a tipping point as why I changed my whole career into this industry. So having her as my guest truly makes my heart so warm, and my caffeine beating heart like explode even more because I have a great respect and love for her because she showed me this world that now I'm devoting my life to. So wow. My life, it makes it sound so like
kind of
like I'm going to war for film. It is. I'm devoting my life to this war of entertainment. So welcome, Charlotte Smith, my dear friend.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, I kind of wanted to itch the surface because I don't want to jump right in. I wanted to do a little background of what got you into entertainment, why you're here, what keeps the like ball rolling and your head in the game as to why you're like still in this industry.
Yeah, why am I still in this industry?
Still.
I grew up writing stories like since I was like 5. But like I kind of lost writing for a while, like in high school. Like it doesn't really make writing fun. Like essays and stuff, like I didn't do creative writing for a while, but then like my senior year of high school, like all of a sudden I think I saw something about a TV producer somewhere, and my mom's good friend is the producer of Beat Bobby Flay.
No way.
Yeah. Like my mom went to her, like they had an Emmy party for her.
No way.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So she took me on the show, and like I got to be an extra, and it was just sick. Like we like went to New York City, and like their studios, like a random ass building, like nothing on the front. Like you go into an empty lobby, take an elevator up, and then you're in the fucking studio. And it was crazy. I was just like, what the fuck?
That's okay. We got books everywhere. No, you're okay.
Yeah. So then I thought I wanted to be a TV producer. So I literally picked Syracuse. My mom also went to Syracuse. But I liked it because of her, and then I also like knew they had like a really good program. My dad didn't want me to go there, so I applied ED and didn't tell him, and then I got in, and then I literally didn't tour any other school. I just wanted to go there. And then I didn't like pick writing as my focus until like junior or sophomore year, and then I started writing a feature, which I never finished. You should always finish stuff because it sucks. Because now I can't go back to that because like I'm out of it. But it would have been cool if I finished it in college.
So once you graduated college and you like realized that this is an industry you still wanted to be in,
mm-hmm.
Did you double down and move to LA and then figure out what's going on out here? What was the post-college journey?
I actually had a lot of back and forth between New York and LA. I remember actually in high school like seeing that Syracuse had an LA program, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for that because I always had this like fixation with LA. I thought it was so cool. My mom took me there. Like when I graduated high school, my mom and I took a girls trip to LA, and I was simply mesmerized. I think we flew into like Palm Springs or something. So it's like one of those tiny planes where you like get off and you're like 360 mountain view, and you like get the stairs down the tarmac. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm a movie star.
This feature that I haven't finished is about to be in Hollywood, baby.
Yeah. That was high school. And then in college, I was still back and forth between New York and LA just because I didn't want to live so far from home. But I know New York wasn't as good a place for me to be starting because they don't have a lot of scripted stuff like writers' rooms. Like all the writers' rooms are in LA mostly. And then it wasn't until my LA semester that I was like, oh, I want to. Because once you've moved to LA once, it's like, oh, this is pretty easy. So I was like, I can come back and live here. Like, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that scary. And I liked it. It was actually like a love-hate relationship at first. Like, I was like, it is fucking crazy here. Like, I need to be in nature for a little while.
Oh, I feel the exact same way. Me still even be here. I'm like, what am I doing? My head feels like it's always about to implode.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I doing with my life every single second?
But now it's more chill. Like, now I could be here.
I prepared some questions for you. What did your previous roles in the industry look like, and why did they not fit for you?
My first job when I moved here, one of my LA professors helped me get it. It was, I was like a page for CBS Studios.
I remember that.
It was actually like the coolest job I've ever had because it was like on two of the most historic lots in LA. And we were just like studio ushers. Like, I describe my job as like I was a standing human sign. Like, I would just point people where to go and make sure people use the bathroom because like we're like bringing sometimes like in Radford we would bring like 600 people onto this historic lot with like all these sensitive buildings. So we would just have to make sure all of them got to where they're supposed to go. That was America's Got Talent, had like 600 people, and they would be there for 7 hours and get like one granola bar and one water.
I did that in college. What was I doing? I did something where I got it for free, and I was in a car and I had to drive from UCLA to Burbank. No, not Burbank, Pasadena. And I remember they moved
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I did that, and I was like, what am I doing? Like, I was literally sitting there like
for $16.78. That's actually how much I made as well.
$16.78.
Yeah,
America's Got Talent. You pay well. I see you.
Yeah. And that was like a fun job, but there was literally like, it was like a 2-year program. So you couldn't be in the job for more than 2 years. And it just offered nothing in terms of going anywhere. Like, those studios were like, it wasn't like we had any contact really with anyone in the productions because we were separate. We were a separate entity from the production. So it wasn't like I'm like making connections or like making any friends other than the pages. So there was no room to go up. And we were literally like the literal dirt of the studio. Like, no, everyone, like, we were nothing. So like no one's like gonna hire a page up into the studio. So there was really nowhere to go. And then from that I like got an interview to be like an assistant to a talent manager, like through a Syracuse connection. And I was literally after the interview, he said, I like your vibe. And I was like, oh, I'm not getting the job. Cause I knew I'm so bad at interviews. Like, that is why, like, I just can't survive in the professional world. Cause I get so nervous I can't speak. And then my personality doesn't really show through. But I ended up getting this job like basically on accident because I think there were maybe either one person or two people before me who accepted the job. I think it was one guy accepted the job and then the weekend later said, I don't want it anymore. I actually met this guy at a bar once later and we figured out the connection because I was like, I got the job after you. But so he called me like on a Saturday and was like, can you start Monday? And like by this point I already had so many red flags from him, like chewing gummies in my interview while he's speaking, didn't ask me any questions, like didn't know anything about me, just like liked the way I looked, and then hired me. And I tried to quit the first week because it was fucking awful. And there were so many nice people at the company, and I wished I could have gotten a nice person's desk. But yeah, just not the vibe for my anxiety. Like, I would have to like meditate for 40 minutes every Sunday just to like work myself down. And like the first week, like I didn't sleep for like a whole night and my stomach was just like in a giant knot, like literally like that. And because I was like, I cannot be responsible for this man's life. Like, because like as an assistant, it's like I didn't have a lot of time to train, and it was like very like, well, apparently it it wasn't that high volume of a desk, but for me it was very high volume. And I had 3 days to train with the old guy, and then I was just thrown into it. And it's just like terrifying because it's like, it's not like you're doing stuff that doesn't matter. It's like his whole career lies in my hands.
100%. I
like,
want
I
to step
can
into
send
that,
an email and just ruin this relationship with this client.
It's all optics, and you are the face of their company, and like you're the face of what they're doing, and like an assistant, you're like the first line of action. So like when you come into the door, you're like basically greeting the person. Like you're the greeting committee of like if someone walks into your home, like hi, welcome.
Yeah.
And if you greet them poorly or make them feel like not appreciated, then it's like
yeah,
not me just like making a noise and you understanding.
I was good at that part.
Yeah.
Like I can be charming if needed.
Baby, you're the most charming in the world, my man.
And I ended up getting good at it, except like I was fine, and I lasted 2 months, and then I just made a lot of mistakes, which I didn't think they were just like small mistakes that had big impact. And like for me, the communication was not there, and it was just like one of those jobs where it's like work your ass off and don't complain and just do everything for me, and I'm gonna scream at you and you're gonna like it and say sorry.
You're gonna be grateful.
Yeah,
you're gonna be grateful that you're here.
Yeah,
like I can do this up, but you should be grateful that you have this opportunity.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
He was like, can we meet at a coffee shop before work? And I was like, sure. And in my head I was like, oh, he's gonna apologize for like literally being psychotic. He was like, word got around that I wanted to be a writer because like some girl wanted to read my script at the company, and like everyone loved me at the company, which was awesome because like I befriended like all the assistants in like a week, and everyone's like, whoa, who's the new girl? But it didn't help my job at all. And he was like, oh, I heard you want to be a writer, like this job is like you need to work like really hard and like stay late and like do all these thankless things, and like I just don't see you doing that if like you don't want to be a manager. And I was like, yeah, you're right, like I don't want that. And then he was like, you can either like stay on and do and like not make any mistakes, or like you can take the out now and leave. So I said, I'm taking the out and I'm leaving, and I just quit that day and didn't give 2 weeks.
Every time I hear about that story from when you say it, it's literally, I don't know why it blows my mind. Like
really?
I don't know, it's just such an interesting like setup. The fact that you went from working as assistant, was it on a weekend y'all met or during a work week?
Friday morning
before work.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that your boss, I couldn't even imagine if my boss called me to a coffee shop and was like, hey Claire, like literally put your 2 weeks in or like buckle up. I'd be like, what is happening? I think it'd blow my mind.
Yeah, that he said that.
Just that happened. It's just that happened.
It was really intimate. Like we were walking around the neighborhood and like I was crying.
You guys were going on a walk.
Yeah, because we started in Starbucks, but then I started crying because I'm just a crier.
Okay. Let it out, baby. Let it out.
And then he was telling me some intimate stories. Like he has this charming side of like when he was an assistant, like everyone, like him cry, like people making him cry on the job.
Generational trauma in this bitch. Like that's
like,
what this industry is. You don't have
to turn around and do it to other people.
Well, that's what they know. Like how they learn is how they teach, and I feel like a lot of people had horrible bosses then throw it off to the other assistants and treat them the same. I've seen it in my company, I've seen it in other companies. It's like they learn that way and then they pass it on to the assistants and then think it's okay, but it's like, no, the way you treat me is the way I feel, and the environment you create for me is the way I will work. And if you make me feel unappreciated, underpaid, all these, if I'm getting underpaid, whatever, I'm already know I'm underpaid. But like, if you're not even letting me learn or wanting to teach me in any ways, it's like, what am I doing here?
I honestly, like, I loved the job. Like, I loved like emailing with the client. Like, I found it very satisfying, and like,
it's like, hey bitch, how's your
I'm
day?
organized, like I'm good. But like I feel like working under that kind of pressure where it feels like anything you do, like you could get screamed at. Like, I don't, maybe a man is better at that, or like just someone doesn't have anxiety, but like, I don't know. I feel like it made me crumble a little. And I also like got drinks one time with the guy after me. He lasted like a little longer. And then he started having like panic attacks and had to switch desks. So I know it wasn't just me. And it sucks because I loved having a job and I loved being in the industry, but yeah, after that, like, well, I quit during the first strike. I don't remember, was it the writers' strike that happened first? And then I think it was the writers, and then I quit, and then the actors' strike hit. So there was no chance of me getting a job like right then. It's been 2 years since I got the job, and I've been like interviewing, and I'm like, have a lot of trauma from it. Like, I don't want a bad manager again. Like some people can do that, like people who want to be agents, like, and managers, but I cannot do that. And I've interviewed for like a lot of like very chill managers, but no one wanted me. Like, I know it's been very tough, like the past 2 years. Like, there have been no entry level jobs, and like I don't have enough on my resume. Like, I have 2 months of assistant experience. Like, that's not gonna get me anywhere. So now I am going a different way, by force.
Different way? What do you mean?
So like the path to being a writer, I've learned a lot of information from other people, but like you can either work your way, like go the assistant route, work your way up from assistant, go to writer's assistant, and then you get up in a room through time. Or some guy told me like you could go somewhere else for 5 years, work on your writing, get really good at writing, come back, and then like use your script to get yourself places. So like you can enter it in festivals, or try to get a manager, or like sell it to someone, like pitch it to producers. So I guess that's what I'm trying to do.
Interesting.
Yes.
That kind of bleeds into the next question. Like, what continues to motivate you through the process of pursuing writing? What's the main driving factor that keeps you working at this dream?
I've thought about it a lot. First of all, I just love living in LA, and I love being here, and I love the industry, so that's why I'm still here. I literally just don't want to do anything else. And like if I set my mind to something, then I'm going to do it no matter what. And I've like tested myself a lot, like been like, you could do something else, you could try something else. And I'm literally like, there's nothing. Like, I could write a book, but I think that might even be harder, because I've come a long way and I know a lot of things. Like my specialty is this industry. Like, I went to school for this. I've gained a lot of knowledge in it. I know a lot about writing. Like, there's just nothing else that I want to do. Like, this is what I like to do. Like, I'm not going to go back to school. Like, I don't even know what I would do. Like, I don't have a plan B. So, and I'm kind of chilling. Like, I'm nannying right now, which it kind of sucks. Like, I literally miss having an office job, but it's like good money, and I have a lot of free time to write. So, yeah. And like, I guess like my projects keep me going, because like I just really like starting new projects and writing and doing my thing. So
no, that's like one of the reasons why I wanted you on, also because you were the one who like introduced me to this industry, but showing listeners or people who are interested in writing, like, it's not a linear path, it's not one direction. And I think when you set your eyes on a goal, you think it's okay, A will lead me to B and B will lead me to C, and 1 + 1 = 2. But like in this industry, that's not the way it is. Like 1 + 1 could be 100. Like, I swear to God, like no path is the same, and no one's journey is the same. And I'm learning that the more I'm in it and the longer I'm in it. And your journey is so interesting to me, because I went to a coffee shop like months ago, and I walked in on a Saturday going on an informational interview with another assistant, and who did I run into? Charlotte and her writers group, and there was like 8 of them sitting at the table, like all bantering and chatting, and I was looking at her out of the corner of my eye, and they were all laughing and like enjoying themselves. And I'm like, that's what she loves, and this is what you love. And the people who don't make it in this industry are the ones who quit, and you have gone through the trials and tribulations of what it's like, and you just stay in it. And Charlotte, like, we're working on our own script together and focusing on this right now, but after this we'll be working on that. So it's like I see her capabilities and I see her skills, and it's inspiring to me that you still do it, and you're still keeping your head in the game, and like putting your ego to the side and being like, no, I will stop at nothing until I get what I want. And I think that's an amazing attribute to have, and something that I think would be, you know, anyone who wants to be a writer, like show them like, oh, it's not always the same for everyone, and you don't have to comparison is the thief of joy, especially in this world. So you just can't compare and just enjoy what you have.
Thank you. Someone once told me like you need to write like 6 scripts to be like professional level or like be very good. I kind of forget what 6 scripts get you, but like I'm literally at
a token.
Like, a token.
Sobriety.
I'm writing my second pilot right now, so like I have a long way to go, and I feel like kind of lucky that I fell into nannying because it is untaxed income.
The IRS don't listen to this.
Yeah,
she's chilling, unemployed, and vibing. Really? Yeah. Oh, then she's totally fine on the tax boards.
Totally cool. So yeah, like I feel lucky that I have enough income to stay here. Definitely been nannying way longer than I wanted to, but like the jobs are just starting to come back now. Yeah, I'm just not going to quit now because I feel like I'm getting better with each script and I still love it and I'm still going. So like something's got to happen someday. Yeah.
And that's the vibe. That's the mindset you got to keep. Yeah. Take a sip of that Denny's cup. show the audience. I used to take these Denny's cups and now I have a little collection of them and Charlotte's drinking out of it. How do you keep working at your craft when you're not in an institutional setting for it, especially while interviewing for positions? Good question, Claire. Really thought-provoking. Yum.
Stunning question. I would say fear is a driver.
Oh.
That was a crazy laugh.
No, I like that. Be free. You have the space. I'm holding your pinky.
Unfortunately, fear is a big driver because like I fear about my future a lot, and like what if I literally never make it, never have an income? Like I'm like nannying for families. I'm like, what if I can never afford a house or have kids? Yeah, you're there too.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm literally like, when I turn 30 and if I don't have a house, then I'm like, oh my god, I'm failing. And what if I don't find a partner? And what if I don't make it in this industry? What if I'm an assistant forever? Like, truly, I'm right there with you.
Okay. And that makes me feel better because you are still having that and you have an assisted job.
No, I'm literally like, am I going to be stuck in this entry level position forever? Will I ever grow? Will I ever make it?
Yeah.
Girl, I see you.
Yeah. So, and like also the fact that if I want to get out of nannying, then I need to make something tangible on the computer, like a pilot. So yeah, the anxiety of my future and like motivates me to like get out of this job that I have now, and like also just like I like it. I like writing. Sometimes it's a love-hate. Oh
shit, really?
No, it is a love-hate. Sometimes I'll go through like 3 days where I'm like, I hate, like, this is the worst thing I've ever written. This is horrible. Yeah. And then I reread it like when I'm in a good mood. I'm like, oh my god, like this is good. And then it kind of cycles. But I'm definitely a slow writer. Like it's taken me like a year to finish this pilot. But I also like wrote other stuff in between your script. So it's like a slow crawl.
In those moments where you start to doubt yourself, we're going off note card, people. We're going off. No, in those moments when you start to doubt yourself and you start thinking like, oh, this is awful, blah, 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 I'm not going to make it, da, 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 whatever. Like the negative spirals of, you know, I call it the monster within, the internal battles we face. Like, how do you talk yourself out of that? How do you get yourself off the ledge and go back into the positive mindset? Like, my mom raised me on the notion, your mind is so powerful, your mind is so powerful. So how do you get yourself out of that world and then back into the positive space while you're trying to create your work?
I actually like, it's so bad for me that like it affects like me literally typing on a page. Like I'll start writing and I'll literally like have to stop after 15 minutes because I'm like, this is so horrible and I'm so ashamed of it. So I recently got this notebook and I just purge all of my like self-doubt thoughts. Like I'm a horrible writer, I'm never gonna make it, all that stuff. And then on the next page I write affirmations. So like, I deserve to be a writer, I'm a good writer, I'm going to make it, all this stuff. And I do that right before I write, and then I write. And I think it's helping. I don't know, it takes time.
Ooh, that's deep. Because I'm thinking about that because I relate to that. Like, I feel like the negative thoughts are starting to seep in for me because as I'm nearing my 1 year on the desk and I'm kind of like trying to get into the next step, I have that doubt from the transition stage, and I'm trying to like learn from your experience, like how I could be more positive to myself, because a large part of this world and our youth is just loving yourself. Like, you're not going to get anywhere if you think you're like shit and you think that you're awful, because what's going to get you to the next step? Confidence, like having good self-worth, good self-esteem, and like fueling those parts of your brain are so essential to creating good pieces of art. And because if you think you suck, you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
And so I think that is
it's weird because I think I suck, but like there's also like obviously some part in me that like knows I'm good or knows I have the potential to make it, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. So it's kind of like a angel and devil situation.
I got two people on both sides.
They're fighting back and forth.
I like this question. I want to touch on it. How does your queer identity influence shit? You're queer? No, dog. What? How does your queer identity influence your writing and the voice that you bring to your work? Do you use writing as an outlet for your experiences? I love how I get this like professional voice when I'm reading off a piece of paper. Experiences?
Yes, it definitely does. Like when I first started writing, I feel like I had the urge more to write like queer stories because I grew up like not really, I mean no one really did, seeing like queer stories on the screen except for Glee, and I loved Glee. And I was obsessed with the gay characters in Glee like before I knew I was gay, like for 5 years before. So yeah, like I wrote a short film about like two girls in a relationship, but now I feel like it's
what was that meme where it's like when you knew you were gay and it's like a photo of you when you're 5, like in a full-on fit?
Yeah, that was me. Like I wore basketball shorts every day of 3rd grade.
You fit that meme? Yeah. Sorry, keep going. Apologize. Fuck, I threw you off. Shit.
No, it's okay.
Claire,
I know
you
where
suck.
I'm going.
No, next page. You're amazing.
Next page.
I'm like, Claire, shit. And the next page, you're killing it, girl. You're killing it.
But now I'm writing a pilot right now, and I feel like it's just like it's there.
I feel like it's there.
It's just there. Like the queerness is just like ingrained, and like I'm kind of glad that I'm queer and a writer because I can like tell these stories that I know. Like they say write what you know, so like if I wasn't queer I probably wouldn't be writing queer stories. So like
a straight woman writing.
Yeah. So I feel like the fact that I'm queer, like I get to represent this community to other people if they were to read it.
How beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow, how beautiful. Do you use writing as an outlet? Like, is that a space that you find that you're taking your personal experiences and bringing them onto a page?
Yeah, I don't mean to, but I think
it's like write what you know, what you said.
Yeah, write what you know, and like things that do affect my life, like they just seem to come out. Like I'll just like decide, like when I'm making decisions about like characters and plot and stuff. Like I don't even make a conscious thought to like integrate like the stories of my life, but it just happens because obviously that's what I know. What
support systems have you created for yourself as a writer?
Well, as you mentioned, my beloved writers group.
They were chuckling, they were giggling, they had great vibes.
Yeah,
they were really in their own little world. It was very precious to see.
And that day that you were describing was like
the best day of my life.
I was just gonna say it was the best day of my life because
really?
Not actually, but like this girl read my script and she was like so excited to talk about it, and she was like, do not change this character, like he is amazing. And I was like, whoa, okay, thanks. And she just like loved it, and now I feel like I've never written something that like affected people like that. And I love that a character I created affected someone like that. And it's funny because a lot of that character was based off my old boss.
I love that I was able to see that because it did feel like a lot of joy was coming from that table, and I genuinely just thought that was a day-to-day for y'all. Like I didn't realize that was like a special moment. So
no, we're all homies and girls. It's like I love the writers group because it's like that day was a lot of people, but like usually it's like 3 other girls, and we just all like read each other's stuff before, and then take like half an hour to an hour to like give notes to someone on their script. So that's really helpful for me. And then I also have my best friend Megan from Syracuse. Did you meet her? Yeah,
we went to dinner that one time for your birthday,
Yeah.
like last year, and I met her. Yeah,
she's my number one fan, and she reads my stuff, and she's like, she also happens to have this like insanely critical eye. Like she's like, she works in like business random shit, but she's like high taste and is very like critical of everything she watches. And people are always like, don't like just have your friends read your script because they're just gonna like tell you it's good. But she's like gives me the best notes out of everyone, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even see that. So, and then when I just want someone to tell me it's good, then I send it to my mom, and she tells me it's good, and she loves it.
A support system is everything. Kate, my best friend, is gonna probably watch and listen to all of these, and truly you just need one person in your corner propelling you forward, because when you're doing all these things and you don't see like an initial outcome from it, you're just doing the work, you're not seeing what's coming from it. You're like, what is this? Is this good? Like, you're questioning yourself. But just having one really clear, confident voice who truly supports you is everything. Like, you need a support system, and I think you having Megan, me having Kate has like, I literally probably wouldn't be sitting here right now without her being like, you got it, you're doing it, I love listening to it. Like, you just need that. What would your ideal future look like in this industry, and how do you think you'll get there?
My next step is like trying to get, my ideal future first step would be in a writer's room. That's like the goal and the dream. It's like so hard writing by myself, especially when I know like I have to write by myself to achieve the goal of writing in a room with other people, because I'm just like very social, and like that's when I'm funniest, when I'm with other people and like feeding off other people. So that's the goal. That's the first goal. And then after that, I would love to like create my own show and like have the next big blowout show, and everyone be like, damn, I wish I thought of that. I don't know if being a showrunner sounds hard as heck, but that would be cool too. And how am I gonna get there, you wonder? As of right now, I have many goals. Once I finish, like, I'm literally just waiting to finish this script, like make it as good as possible. Then I'm going to try to send some queries to managers, or like reach out to everyone I know who's like you in the industry, who can maybe get me connected with it like a manager, and see if that works out. Send it to festivals, and if this one isn't good enough, then I'll just write another one and see if that one's good enough, and then do the same thing. And then I just got a new nanny job, and they want me till the end of the year, so now I'm conflicted, because like I want to be job searching, but I feel bad to leave them in the dust, so I might just like chill out for this year and get a new job, and like try to get an assistant job at the end of the year, or just do it now. What would you do?
I would still look for jobs if I was nannying. This is like, but it's your life. But I don't know. You'd still try. Like, they could always get someone to fill it, and it's your life. It's your goal. It's you. It's Charlotte's world.
Okay, thanks for saying that, because I didn't want to wait till the end of the year, but I'm such a people pleaser.
Me as well. And I'm always thinking about like what would make other people comfortable. Like, but at the end of the day, like, their world's still gonna spend, and yours is too. Like, you got to put yourself first, and sometimes I put others before myself, and I'm really learning at the like my age now that no, Claire, it's your world, and you have to like steer your ship, and they're not on the ship steering it, you are. And it's like 5 years from now, you're gonna be doing something completely different. So it's a beautiful world. But transitioning to the big card.
Oh gosh.
No. So something that I'm doing to unite all the podcasts together is like, I want every person at the end of their episode to ask a question to the next guest. And the last question I have from the guest previously is, what do you wish you had done differently in your career? Not the sigh.
I don't know. Like, I kind of wish, like, sometimes I wish I didn't quit that job and like stuck it out and waited and like stayed there until I could find something different, so I wouldn't be in such a rut right now. But then I'm also like, it taught to be unemployed is, first of all, terrifying and scary and sad. And I feel like I learned so much from it, and like so much of my identity surrounds like what job I have. So it's been very humbling to be a nanny for me. So as much as I do wish I did things differently, I'm also very glad I didn't. But definitely wish I started writing pilots earlier, because like pilot script in the genre you want to do, like that's gonna get you places. And I kind of like messed around and wrote a lot of short films. Like I wrote like 2 or 3, and I feel like they were just because I wanted to like experiment before I like started writing pilots and like get better at it, but just took a lot of time, and I wish I just wrote scripts and could have more to show for my work right now, because I only have like 1 pilot in the arsenal.
In the little toolkit.
Yeah.
No, that makes a lot of sense. I think, I don't know, if I were to ask myself a question to that, if I were to ask that same question to myself, I'd be like, I don't even know right now. It's such a hard, intense question, because it's I don't know, just the way things are. But what's the last question you would want to leave for the next guest?
I would say like in terms of the industry or just in life, what do you fear the most?
Whoa. Okay. Well, thank you, Charlotte, for being on Barely Scraping By. I'm looking right at the cameras now. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your story. I think that people can take little nuggets of wisdom and run with it, because you're full of that. And I really appreciate you having you. And
Heck yeah. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad we took that ride up to Slow together, because
Me too.
Butterfly effect. Who knows where we'd be now?
So crazy.
Crazy. Well, thank you.
Thank
Fly
you.
high, my friend.